Hey everybody, Dr. Mike Barnard here at Barnard Chiropractic Health, Sports, and Wellness, and today we're talking about posture, and more specifically, how that posture affects our overall function throughout the day, okay? So today we're talking about the posture and how it affects us at work. A lot of people spend time sitting at a desk, doing paperwork, computer work, and how does that affect you throughout the day? So we're going to talk about that. We're going to do a really simple test to show you just one way in which your posture at work can have an impact on your outcomes throughout the day. So I call this the breathing test. It's a really simple test. You can do this along with me. And what you're going to do is find a chair, sit in it. Doesn't matter what type of chair, but we just want to sit back all the way against the chair, shoulders against the back of the backrest. We're going to sit in this position, okay? Now, this isn't how we typically sit at a desk, so we're going to mimic what we would do typically when you have a computer or you're working or you're writing. So you're going to slouch your shoulders, round the shoulders out, head's going to be coming forward. This is typically what the position that a lot of people adapt over time because they're working, okay? They get lazy, they don't want to sit up, they're working on a desk, whatever it may be. This is the typical posture that we see. Now, in this posture, we want you to try and take a nice deep breath in. So that was kind of tough, right? You can see where that gets a little difficult. It's hard to take a nice deep breath in. You feel like you're struggling and working a little bit hard. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to sit back in the chair, sit all the way back, shoulders down and back, head in a neutral position. And now in this position, I want you to try and take a deep breath in. How much easier was that? It was night and day, way easier, okay? And the reason for that is a couple different things, okay? First, your diaphragm has to drop down into your abdominal cavity as your lungs expand. We've got to make room for the lungs to expand in the chest cavity, okay? Now, if you're sitting in this position, you're compressing that diaphragm. You're not allowing that diaphragm to do what it's designed to do, which is expand, okay? So it's going to be harder for you to breathe. Now, what does that do to you? Now, you have to use all the accessory muscles, the traps, the scalenes, the levators, basically to do like a shoulder shrug every day, all day, to try and get the lungs to expand, to give it room. So rather than getting room from the bottom, you try to make room from the top. The problem with that is people come in daily with neck pain, tightness in the traps, trigger points, spasms, and they have all sorts of pain because of the way that they sit and the way that they breathe. So we really want to sit in a neutral position so that we can get that deep breath in. Now, what does that mean for somebody at a job and work? Oxygen is so important for us. We can't function if we're not breathing in the right amount of oxygen. When you're sitting in this abnormal position, you're decreasing the amount of oxygen that you can intake at every single breath. You're doing shallow breathing versus nice, deep breaths, okay? The problem with that is that it's going to affect your overall function, your outcomes, your energy. Everything is going to be affected by your decrease in oxygen level. Okay, so it's really important. If we know that oxygen is that important for us, how important is it going to be for us to really take in the maximum amount each time we take a breath, while being able to relax and not use all the accessory muscles? So this is why this is really important for people, and we try to educate everybody on this test. It's a simple test. You can show it to your friends and family. We're planning on doing quite a few other videos of posture and ergonomics, so be on the lookout for those. If you do have any suggestions or you want to know something, please feel free to message below, leave a comment. You can also call the office if you have any questions. We do free consultations. But thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the office soon. How was that? Is that good? Better? You approve?